Hey guys, so yesterday 1.27 was released to official and then was removed, and I'm gonna explain why for those who didn't try it, then you might understand. So basically, for those of us who got the chance to play 1.27 when it came out, realized something might have been wrong, because there was something wrong with limits and something wrong with other triggers, not triggers I believe, but mostly like units, unit limit and all kinds of that. So 1.27 was taken down and is now gonna be gone for, it can take up to 3 days or a week. I looked at the forums and that's what SVNMS told to the people, so there you go. But there might be new content added after it comes back up again, because I had a talk with Sunfall, sorry about that, about the patch, and he said, what am I saying? That more content might be added. So we'll just see. But anyways, we're gonna cover up the big changes in 1.27 and take a look at what it has to offer when it comes back to us, shall we? Horde is the definite winner of new content this patch. They have gotten 2 new paths which can be researched from your major base and of course from Hold. And the first one we are going to take a look at is the True Horde path. Now, how do you get this path? Well, basically you have to just bring a hero to Northrend, to Hold, and you will get it as a base along with Garrosh Hellscreamer, just a normal Horde as normal. You will notice that Hold has been gotten a new upgrade in terrain changes, so it looks bigger and cooler, which will serve as a main base for True Horde. So, I'm not sure if you have to wait 20 minutes, but I think you have to wait 20 minutes before you can research the True Horde. And when you do, you will get, of course, some new heroes. Heroes will be replaced, units will be replaced, and etc. and etc. So, Garrosh will, of course, become the War Chief. You will get one extra ability on him, which is an avatar. You will also, and he has one new spell, sorry about that, which is a siege weapon, which I haven't tested. I should have tested it, but I didn't, so I don't know exactly what it does. You get Siegecrafter Blackfuse as a new hero. You get General Nazgûl as a new hero, which replaces Drekthar, and Blackfuse replaces Nobundo, but you still have Gorn. But of course he is tied to New Kargath as normal. Nazgûl, I believe, is tied to Hold, and he has some nice abilities as well, and of course Blackfuse as well, and his ultimate, the Iron Juggernaut. I'm looking forward to trying that one out. So your town was changed a little bit. You changed your color to red. You get some new siege, in fact. You actually get Iron Juggernauts, which is like a spinning ball. It's a kind of an awkward model, but I guess you can't get much closer. Which, of course, they have detonates, so they're going to be a very nice siege, which is just going to rush into combat and deal large amounts of damage. You also get a Skybreaker, a big flying fortress, or not fortress, sorry, that can be taken wrong, but a flying unit which has cluster rockets, true sight, and can carry units. So it's a quite powerful flying vehicle, alright? The next thing you can get as well as, it's the new elite, which is the Korkron Elite. Sorry, I just recently eaten. Which basically, it's mostly the same, in fact. It has Hearthstone. And there was someone who commented when I first read the patch notes that I don't know what Hearthstone is. I know what Hearthstone is, but I didn't know what the ability would include. So it basically teleports you to your capital, and every time I tried, I got to New Kargath. So guess that's my capital then, right? The second path for Horde in this version is the spiritual path, and it basically works like this. You have to wait 20 minutes. I do believe you might have to, no, you just have to wait 20 minutes. You have to get the Earthen Ring, an ancestry, by basically just going to the Temple of Earth. And after 20 minutes, you can research the spiritual path. And this is how it works. You will get a new base in Nagrand in Outland. You will get Cairn, which will replace Gorn. Or, no, Garrosh, sorry, if you have him obtained. You will get Mother Gaia. You will keep Drekthar. And I do believe you will keep going. I just suddenly got a mind tap right there. But basically, you will get a base in Nagrand. Cairn, which is one of your new heroes, which is the War Chief of the Horde, just like alternate lore, like that could have happened. He's a quite powerful hero. He has a Warstorm, Reincarnation, Spirit Link, and his ultimate I'm not sure of because I haven't tested, which I should have done before making the video. So of course, in Nagrand, you have the ability to get Oshogun, which is a fortress at the moment. The spells you see in the video, some of them might be gone next patch because we have complained about the forums. But basically it is a kind of powerful thing. It can grant levels to only your Horde heroes in Outland. It can't be used anywhere else. It can revive, it can deal some damage, it can have farsight. It is a pretty powerful thing, alright? Of course, as the spiritual path, you get your warlocks get replaced with a new unit, you get a new siege, and I hope that the catapults will be replaced with this, because or else you will have access to 2 kinds of siege, but I would imagine that it's gonna replace your siege. You will still have some of your normal units. Your grunts will be replaced with a mega grunt. In this version, which I have right now, they have reincarnation, but it is gonna be changed into something else, since people complain about it, which I do understand. I believe that was the spiritual path in a nutshell right there. Someone else who has gotten some love in this patch is actually Scarlet Crusade. Ronald Mograine is a bit of a more tankier hero. His stats has been increased, which makes him have more HP and such. I mean, at level 3 he had 1200 HP, so he's more powerful. Scarlet also has some new elites, which is actually quite powerful. They replace your paladins, obviously. So you do they have Divine Shield, Holy Light, the little AoE which your paladins normally have, and they also has a mass anti-magic shell. Or basically, you select an area where your units are, or allies. I mean, no, they don't have allies, but your units, and they will get an anti-magic shell which has 300 health. So there you go. That's the Scarlet love. Now the requirement for joining the alliance is gone, which means there's no requirement. Like there has to be at least 3 or 4. You know what I mean. But you have to be Scarlet for 50 minutes before you can rejoin with the Alliance. So that means you can't instantly join them, but the requirement is removed. And I'm kind of happy for that as well, because the requirement did cause some trouble sometimes when just people left, and let's say Yellow left, and then you couldn't join because he didn't go Dark Iron. Oh boy, Scourge, you out there, defend your obelisks. Do it, please, because this change, which wasn't in the original patch notes, did make it to the version, and yeah, you kind of want to tower up the obelisks now, right? So basically, if an obelisk falls, the stats on Arthas in human form and Lich King when you get him, I believe it was, will reduce. So basically, if a player, or yourself if you want to, destroys an obelisk, Arthas will lose stats, which will of course make him weaker. And of course there's 2 total obelisks, and at level 3, his starting level, he has around 1200 health, and by destroying both of them, he was reduced to 700 health, or around that number, which is quite a lot actually when you do think about it compared to what he is. So, Scourge, please do me a favor and tower up those obelisks, don't try and lose them, okay? Of course, Cult of the Damned has a chance to get yet another hero now, which is unrevivable, but they have access to another hero now. Basically, if you look at Darkhan Drathir, he has another ability which allows him to tap into the Sunwell's energies. In this version, he could do it to the Restored Sunwell and the Corrupted one, but I imagine it's just gonna be the Corrupted one. But basically, by going up to the Sunwell with him and tapping into the Sunwell's energies, he will become a hero, which is unrevivable, but he has spell immunity and he is perfect at destroying casters. Not destroying, but making them useless. Silence, and another custom ability which he channels. And if the casters stands in the area, I believe they are silenced, if from what I understood. His ultimate was a mana flare, if I saw right, but he had it at level 1, which is one of the mistakes that I forgot to do with this patch, I believe, or some of the things that went wrong. He also has a aura which reduces the mana regen of your enemies. So, you know, they get a new kind of hero, which he deserves also to be a hero. Oh god. Blood Elves haven't received anything major this patch, but they can now capture the harbor, which is the north one, and if you are curious to how you can capture it, you basically just attack it, and after some time it will become yours. That's what I tried, and I think it should be changed because you don't really know if it's gonna be that. Now, also something I noticed was in Hillsborough Foothills, nearby the borders of the water, an observatory, has been added, and I tried to, you know, go there with Kel'Thas, or I tried to attack it. Nothing seemed to happen, it got destroyed, but I would imagine maybe in future patch, or maybe 1.27, maybe something can work, that you will be able to capture it somehow, and maybe get a vision of the area around, maybe in Silver Pine Forest, and maybe Andrehole, who knows, but maybe they will be able to get it. A change for dwarves as well is that, of course, if Venture Bay goes down, Bran Bronzebeard will be unrevivable, so if you do want to keep him alive, well, I guess you have to defend Venture Bay. It's kind of nice to see dwarves also getting some punishment for losing that base, because, you know, it just dies all the time, and dwarves are just fine, it doesn't matter. Legion has been getting some small love and some small hatred. I mean, we still hate them, but we also love them deeply inside. The Infernals are a bit stronger now with plus 500 health, and I actually noticed my first game in 1.27 was Legion, and I had a fight with Infernals against some Alliance players, and they held pretty good now. They don't die as fast as they normally do, so I kind of like that little change. The return to the Master cooldown, the return to the Master spell has gotten a cast time of 3 seconds, so don't expect to be instantly teleported, Dreadlords. You have 3 seconds, alright? And of course, there's also a new rift in Nagran for the Legion, so they could start south and move onwards north in the in Outland if they wish to take it. Now, of course, there are some small terrain changes around the map as well. I mean, obviously, in Warsong Hold, it has been changed dramatically compared to what it looked before. The Nexus has been changed into an island, which looks absolutely adorable, very nicely done with terrain there much below. The Nexus can also be captured as a base now, and, you know, there's a control point there, and just some ads, you know, and ads, what am I saying, creeps. Also, somewhere else that has been receiving a small change, which could affect battles quite heavily, is actually Silver Moon. There is, you will easily notice it, there's like 2 small gaps open to the walkway to Quel'Danas. So those small gaps could make it easy to invade perhaps, or I don't know, but it looks cool, very nicely. Also a small little change as well is in Blades Edge Mountain nearby the rift for the Legion there. It's just been expanded a little bit there, alright? And also I also want to comment on Nagran, which is, you know, it looks very beautiful, very nicely done with the terrain much below. Now, these are the changes you will notice most, I believe. I will not go into all the small changes with the numbers and all that. I will leave a link for you guys to go check that out for yourself in the description. And we will hope that 1.27 will be up again as fast as possible, so you can experience it and have some good old fun. Now, thank you so much for watching this video, and if I did miss anything that is kind of important and I just didn't notice, then please tell the other people in the comments down below, so they will not miss it out. You guys are the best. See you next time. Bye bye.